Hey, what's up everyone? Carl Wolf here. Back with the final episode of Steins Gate 0. Which is going to be a very quick one, a very short one, should be. Where we will continue here, I guess. It said, the guide said before close epigraph, but it also said after the shrine, and I went all the way back to the beginning, and there's no shrine until close epigraph. And deep into it, too. So the guide's kind of stupid. But hopefully this is where I need to be. It said after the shrine, but it said before close epigraph. This is where I'm supposed to turn the phone on or this is where I'm supposed to turn the phone off or leave it be. Now, because I know we're supposed to follow one of the certain endings, the Vega ending, we're not supposed to turn it off. But see, the guide literally listed, talked about the scene, and then talked about follow the Vega ending. So it makes it sound like it comes before this, but here I am coming after it. This is all the same. I really don't know what to expect. I just know not to turn it off. This is all the same. Bye. Okay, quick saved. Okay. I should be getting a text message soon. There's still a little time before my meeting. Wanted to get some air up here and recover a little. Look down over the scenery below the overpass. This is all the same. Talking about the Christmas spirit time. He's feeling sick. He thinks he should talk to Dr. Leskinen. And then here comes Kaede and the other one. Yeah, these two. Fubuki. Fubuki and Kaede, right? Hi. Is it after these two? It just said after the shrine. Yeah, he is hurting. Who's the girl I like? Parisu. Parisu appeared in his mind. He's having the flashback. He needs to calm down. Wait, what? Text message? The world can be tricked. Connect the possibilities. Deceive the world. This is it. This is what I was waiting for. Is he going to acknowledge it?
大丈夫。
X-Day Protocol.
テスターを
Okay, we know
やめ
this.
たいです。
I think that was all I needed. Okay, so it was just a text message. We can skip through this then. Oh, Jordan, welcome in. Congrats on first. So now I'm stuck speeding through everything until I get to the end. Hang on. Oh, those are global. And thank you for the hydrate. So I just have to speed through everything until we get to the end of Vega. It's gonna be a while. I was still on Sen's stream. My Twitch crashed. Came back on. You were here. Didn't expect to see you there. That was quite a surprise. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I've met a lot of people through Mako. Him being one of them. This is going to take a while. Also, let me double check, because there's a second part, to make sure I stay on the Vega. Let's see, where is it? Where are you? Here we go. Ending guide. And then go to Vega. Oh. I just realized it's not. What do you want? Why are you forcing this to be slow?
秘密のバイト
And now I can skip again. Vega. The second one is Pandora's Box. To ignore the phone call from Amadeus. Okay. So when you get to Amadeus's phone call, ignore it. Oh, you can't skip over this either. I'm happy I surprised you.
わかってる。そうせかさないで
To be fair, I couldn't remember the last time I rated him. I have so many people I'm following now.
いや
Can I skip? I can skip. I'm not sure if this is one of those games that, if all you have to do is just go back and change a thing, and then you can jump to another save file, and the game remembers the last thing that was changed. Because I know that was a thing with Zero Escape. Somehow I was expecting you to be there. I wasn't all that shocked when you showed up. I mean, I'm always looking on everyone's stream, at least for like up to 5 minutes to get my watch streak. Because I'm following so many people, I can't choose who the 2 people should be, so I just try to keep my watch streak up for everyone. Maybe. That might be it. Oh, and I have thought of a question, even though I don't have an answer myself, because again, I don't think about these things, but Jordan, what is your favorite trope in stories? Oh, is that super speed actually happening, or is your tech bugging? It's happening. Because I got the text message I needed to have, so now I got to get to the ending. I have to skip over all this. Like, like the trope of the trope of the comedic relief, or the trope of the bad guy's evil, but eventually he starts hanging out with the good guys and slowly becomes a good guy, like Vegeta in Dragon Ball or something. Like, all the different cliches or tropes. Or some of the tropes you would expect when you look at sci-fi stuff. Especially with, like, time travel. I didn't really have an answer because I just like a good story. I don't think too much about all the specific details of it, just the story as a whole. Oh, for a second there, I thought I was tripping balls. No, it's because I had to... You need to get the text message at, like, the beginning of the game, and then you have to follow the game all the way to the end. Following all the things that I've already done on the Vega ending. The Vega route. The one where Mayuri and Suzu successfully go back in time. I have to get back to that. I don't know if I can jump to another save file and go to it. If it'll remember that I got the text message. Or if I have to stay on this one. Got a message. You have to stay on this one. I don't know, maybe semi-meta awareness and characters time loop, and MC just doesn't give a shit about anything. Like how they could just kill someone, not give two shits, while everyone else is just like, you're supposed to be a good guy or you won't kill me. That's a fair one. Hello, Yoru. Welcome in. Right now, I'm just speeding through to get to the end of the Vega route, so I can see the new stuff. The final ending. I don't know, I just put down the first 3 things I thought of at the top of my head. Fair. Because I couldn't even really think of anything. I guess... maybe I like the... Maybe I like the tropes of, when stories get to the arc of things are going down with a huge, I guess for lack of a better explanation, a game of chess between the bad guys and good guys. Where they have the... I don't know, something like the city's on lockdown or something. How about this? If you know Hunter x Hunter, the story Hunter x Hunter, when the spider is having their, I forget what it was called. they're attacking the city while Kurapika is dealing with the muscle guy. They all are attacking the city and everything's going down and crazy, and there's a lot of fighting. Don't watch Hunter x Hunter? Yeah, I didn't think so. I don't know, just anything where it's just back and forth and like it's throughout the whole city or throughout this whole area. Can you call it Daru? And it's just a game of trying to outplay the other side.
Huh?
I mean, not just the actual fights, but like what was going down. Were a lot of like tactics and smarts that were trying to be deployed. And like things are just getting crazy and there's a lot going on. I like that trope. And hello Kai, welcome in. Thanks for your day check-in. So here we're supposed to ignore the phone call.
クリスからだ。
Can I skip? I cannot skip. I must ignore the phone call.
でもビッグ前にメイクインすぐにでも真帆たん
見抜かれた。
ああなるほどね
I mean, honestly, even Pokemon Black and White,
クリスが残したの
岡部さんに
答
I
え
think it was
どういうこと
I think it was Black and White, had that trope where Team Rocket was like invading
12秒
the subway city.
あな
I
た
think the fourth gym city, the electric gym city,
12秒
where they had the city on lockdown.
いいか
鈴葉
お前だって知ってる
詳しく
中鉢論文だ
Like I always liked stuff like that, I guess.
最初からマジだ
そっかだいたいそんなところじゃないかって予想
それが
Can I skip now? Yes, I can. Oop. That's most media? It's most action media. True. At least most action media where there's a lot of characters that are involved. Like most shonens, when there's like multiple characters and everything, they'll get to that kind of arc. Oh god, this again. This is basically padding out my time, but I had to get that text message at the beginning. Why did she have no clothes on? Because she was in the bath and the game decided we should see that? Just like in the first game. Here we go. Keep going. Oh god, this. And here's the part where she wants to get the supplies. And we're talking about the UPA. You know what I don't think I've ever really seen anyone using tabs? It's the fact that you can possess the character that you put down. So you were playing a 1v1 against your friend, and you're both making your armies. You guys could actually control your characters and then press different buttons to use the different moves. Nobody ever does that, though. I've seen H2O Delirious and Cartoons do that when they play together. So they don't exist. Gonna be a good while. It's already been 20 minutes. So how is everyone? Especially for those dealing with the heat. I hope you're not suffering too much. I started looking for my phone because I can't find it while I'm watching something on my phone. I think I've done that once. You really had to put one thing at the beginning of the game, huh? Because in the first game, at least it was like a bunch of things you had to do throughout the game to get the final ending. Okay, she's leaving, so we're almost there. What's your favorite Sonic character? I guess if I were to pick one, it would probably be Shadow. No, I haven't watched that much. I played the, what was it called? What was it called? Battle Adventure? What was it called? It was like the second one. I don't know that much about the Sonic world. Like, I've watched Sonic Boom. Okay, we're in Vega, finally. At least, like, half of it, question mark. I've played the Werewolf Sonic game. I've played... I enjoyed Sonic Boom. I enjoyed it up until, like, it wasn't on TV, and then when it was, I didn't know about it. Yeah, Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed. I've only played a few Sonic games. I don't think I've finished any of them either. Yeah, I've never finished a Sonic game. I've only played a few, and I've never finished any of them. You're very cool. I feel like it'd be cooler if if I finished them. I have a habit of, like, I play a game up to when things are getting real difficult, and I put it down. And be like, alright, chill. I'll get back to this a little later, and then I don't get back to it. Like there were plenty of games, especially where I'd get to like the final area where things are about to go down, and I might even need to grind. So I'm like, I'll grind a little bit later, and then I just don't get back to it. Because I originally did that with Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, where I got to the last area and I put it down, and I didn't finish that until like many months later. At least I did finish Paper Mario 2, The Thousand Year Door. I also did that with the first game. When I finally got to play the first game, I also stopped at the last area. Pokemon I always finish. That was a game I always made sure I finished, but most games I would typically not finish. So it is nice to, because of streaming, to actually finish all these games.
そういえば
Now I have hundreds of games that I finished.
オカリンがマヨシもここに向かってる途中
Oh, it does. Speaking of which, I keep forgetting to get time off slips from work. I still have time to request time off, but I need to hurry. Like on Monday, I need to make sure I get those slips first thing. Because I need to request a day off on the August 5th and 7th. Because the 5th is my Twitch affiliate anniversary. And then 7th is just a thing I want to do. Okay, so here's the showdown where Mayuri and Suzu are trying to go back into the past, and then these guys showed up.
私は大丈夫。何をし
I don't remember if this is the one where they successfully go back or not.
現在こっち
The cockpit, looking at the men. A fight breaks out. So they hurt. So this is where, I forgot her name. Where the adopted daughter should go crazy now. Kaguri?
つまり僕も君が出発した世界
止めるな。
Yeah. She's about to go crazy now.
私が生き残るのは諦め。ママに。
You're gonna go crazy, kill them all, get hurt. And now we're finally showing up, running into Leskinen.
君
Bitch, get out of my way. This is when we learn it's
よか
Yuki,
った。
or at least the Yuki that we thought we knew.
だか
It should be Sunday the 27th.
ほんま3年教授
教授
Can't promise a time
この
though.
世界線ではほんと大丈夫私と同じように言っちゃった誰にも内緒ですほかりおじさん
So we're telling them that Kaguri's dead.
この子は俺が病院へ連れて行く鈴葉は
Can't believe you spent 30 minutes. It takes a while. Even as fast as it goes, it takes a while.
教授すぐにここアメリカ一度回りカガリがもっと早く我々に報告していれば
そうかかがりをせ
Now shoot him.
あなたは別にこのむしろ普通にそんな嘘整形までして何でも
Just kind of refreshing my memory with this real quick.
その神様
Skimming over it.
その本当のマッドサイエンティストだなんだ
ゲリラ攻撃情報ゲリラ攻撃情報
And then comes the guerrilla attack.
ゲリラ攻撃の可能性があります屋内
いただろ第三次世界大まさかこの町の住民も自分たちの都市の中心から世界戦争が始まるとは夢にも思っていないだろうね
ほかりおじさんこうなったらかがりのこと頼んだよ
Now they're leaving.
急ってわけじゃないんだ
何
ちょっとまゆ姉さんを借りるよ
マユリ
ほかりほかりこれ電波
Gives me the phone with her feelings.
違うの
バカ頼む
ほかり
待て
Then they shoot the rocket. Oh, is this the one where it exploded? Oh, it is. This is the one where it exploded. Interesting how we have to come to this route after getting that message.
Suzuha. No. Mayuri!
Okarin!
岡部さんよか無事で
So this is where we have to tell them that they've died, right?
ひどい怪我してる大丈夫なの
戦闘に巻き込まれたん
So we have to work on the
急いで手当て
machine.
しないと
政府の発表では
Okay, I can speed. Okay, I understand where we are now. I just had to refresh my memory. So this is where we begin locking ourselves in here and working on the machine.
これ
We will now complete the phone wave. Name subject to change. Unit 2. And perform a time leap. Lend me your aid. This time, I've never given up. I looked at Daru and Ferris, and finally at Maho. Even if I fail the first dozen times, or the first 100 times, I'll try again 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, or 1,000,000,000 times. I'll save them all. Suzuha, Mayuri, and Kurisu too. And this is the first step. For the first time in a year, I accidentally skipped it. My friends saw me and nodded, and their faces filled with resolve. It took almost 2 full days to finish work on the phone wave. Meanwhile, the chaos in Akihabara continued, and it wasn't safe to go outside. Working on the time leap machine while knowing that the battles might reach us at any minute, or that a special forces team might burst in at any time, was a hard job that wore on our nerves. But still, we managed to finish the machine somehow. I jumped. The next thing I knew, I was standing in the middle of an Akihabara alleyway. I was holding a cell phone in my hand. I had a nasty headache, and there was a stinging pain in my neck. I felt a pain on one side of my head like a migraine headache, and the left side of my face hurt really bad. My vision flashed with dark and bright spots. I took a look around. The alley was still peaceful. I heard no gunshots and no explosions. The otaku were enjoying their shopping, and girls in maid outfits were calling out to passers-by. That alone was enough to tell me for sure that the time leap was a success. I looked at the time on my smartphone. July 7th, 5:45 p.m. I had around 40 to 50 minutes before the war began. That still wasn't enough. But the 48-hour limit of the time leap machine meant this was as far as I could go. No point in getting negative. If the machine had been finished just a little later, it would have been too late. I should be glad to have made it here at all. I knew what I'd been doing at this time. I was running out in Akihabara, looking for Mayuri. First, I needed to call Maho. She should have been looking for Mayuri too. Hello? Did you find her? No, but I know where she is. Hurry back to the lab. I hung up before she could answer and went back to the lab myself. She was already there by the time I arrived. You found Mayuri, right? Don't you have to go get her? Daru was acting a little awkward. Probably because he had just hit me. I just realized I don't actually hear the game in my actual headphones. Oh, because for some reason the volume was already at all the way down. I didn't notice because I hear it in the earbud, listening to the stream directly. And thank you for the hydrate. Hyojo, you did it. Huh? I grabbed both of her hands and shook them. Both Maho and Daru seemed confused as to what was going on. I've time leaped here from 48 hours in the future. What? Seriously? We finished it? Sometime in the next 48 hours. Yeah. But how? I'll explain later. There's no time, so listen carefully. A lot of lives are at stake. I'd gone over the mission many times while waiting for work on the phone wave to finish. I thought of everything to say, Hyajo, access Amadeus right now. And delete Kurisu and Maho, as well as all their backups. Leskinen's not planning on using them for peaceful purposes at all.
何を
What?
めちゃくちゃな
I can't just... I told you. I time leaped here, right? Akihabara's going to be a war zone less than an hour from now. They're coming for the time machine. And that will be the beginning of the Third World War. If we don't stop it, Suzuha and Mayuri will both die. Maho and Daru went pale as they heard that.
マジ
Really? Wait,
マジ
really?
だから
So do as I tell you, please.
データにはアクセスできるけど
I can access the data, but to do anything, I'll need the professor's access rights.
そこから先は誰の
That's Daru's job. Crack in and destroy all the data.
完全破壊しろオキドキ
Okie dokie, leave it to me. Daru started typing at incredible speed. His daughter's life was on the line. Maho stood next to him and typed in her ID and password to begin accessing Amadeus.
俺はラジカンへ行く
I'm going to the radio building.
ここは任せ
You guys stay here.
オカリン
Ocarine,
鈴葉を
take care of Suzuha.
はあ
Right,
任せろ
leave it to me. Daru didn't even look up from his computer.
鈴葉
Suzuha, Mayuri. When I made it to the top of the radio building, Mayuri quickly ducked behind the time machine. Hello, Saucy. Welcome in. Congrats on second. Thanks for your daily check-in. Don't worry, you haven't really missed anything. We had the text message I needed to have, but otherwise I've just been fast-forwarding, and now I'm just repeating this little bit before we get to the new stuff. Mayuri was trying not to look at me. Her eyes were a little red because she'd been crying so much. She heard me talking about Kurisu's sacrifice in the Alpha worldline. My heart ached again, realizing how much I'd hurt her.
マユリ
Mayuri,
タイムマシン
are you going to use the time machine to go back to the past?
どうして
Huh? How?
俺は
I've time leapt from 48 hours in the future.
タイムリープしてきた
I know all about it.
全部知ってる
What?
それ
Is that true?
本当
I nodded.
ここはあと30分もしないうちに
This place is going to be a war zone in less than 30 minutes. I'm yawning. What?
まさかタイム
I
マシ
saw
ン
an
のこと
aunt
が
today, and I
本当か
have
思
not
え
seen
る
in years, and she whispered the whole time, even in normal conversations. It was weird. You mean like this? That is strange. Even though I literally use that as someone's actual voice when I do some of these novels, some of these games. Did someone find out about the time machine somehow? Yes. Yeah,
まずいだったら今すぐに
that's bad. Then we'll have to jump right now. Suzuha leapt into the time machine.
いやちょっとだけ待ってくれ
No, wait just a second.
今
Daru and Hyajo are dealing with it.
優秀な二人だ
They're smart people. It'll go fine. But
でも
if it
も
doesn't,
し仮に
行かなかったら
if it doesn't, you may die.
お前たちは
かもしれないって
What do you mean may? What happened to us before you time leapt?
タイムリープする前の世界でというか
Wait,
おじさんがタイムリープしてき
there
た
was some
ってこと
fatal
は
failure before you time
何
leapt,
か
right?
致命的な
I didn't know if I should tell them. No, there was no time to hesitate.
鈴葉とマユリが乗っていたタイムマシンは時間
You were inside the time machine, and just before it jumped,
ランチャーの
it was hit by a rocket launcher.
でも
But
乗っていたお前たち
I couldn't find your bodies in the rubble.
マシンの残骸
なるほど
I see.
だから
That's why you said
か
maybe.
もしれないかそれなら未来は
Then the future hasn't been decided.
まだ
There's still a possibility of success.
鈴葉なら
I thought you'd say
そう言う
that.
と思った
止めないでよ
Don't try and stop me, Uncle. Her eyes were filled with resolve. They seemed to say that if I tried to stop her, she'd do whatever it took to ensure I failed. Of course, I had no intention of stopping her. She'd come here to do her job, and there was no way to change her mind. Actually, I'd come here to ensure that she could jump without having to worry about Stratfor's interference. But Mayuri, the uncertainty that had been going in and out of my mind, ever since I read her message, reared its head again. Mayuri, are you really leaving? I'm sorry I didn't tell you. But I, and Krisu, and everyone else, we love you. I came to this worldline because I wanted to save you. So if you leave, we...
おかり
No. I know exactly how you feel. But,
ね
hey,
えおかり
Uncle
おじさん
Ocarine. And then Suzuha spoke softly.
オペレーションアークライトが発動した
Operation
んだ
Aquila has begun.
オペレーションアークライト
Aquila or Aquila? Aquila? Operation Aquila.
私が聞かされていた当初の計画とは違う
It's not the original plan I was told
去
about.
年の7月28
We're not going back to July 28th. We're going to August 21st.
8月21日
August 21st. That was the day Suzuha had come in the time machine. I cannot stop yawning for some reason. And the day I'd given up on everything.
そのオペレーションにはマユ姉さんも必要なんだ
We need Big Sis Mayu for that plan to work.
未来の父さんから
That's what my dad told me from the
私は
future,
そう指
just
示を
now.
受けた
What? In the future, Daro had come up with an operation I knew nothing about? And he needed Mayuri for it. Her unexpected words set my mind reeling.
おかり
Yes? And then Mayuri came close enough for me to hold her, and grabbed my hand tight. She looked a little like she was about to cry. But her eyes were clear and bright.
マユリ
行かせて
Let me go. Okay?
マユシーも
Mayushi's a lab member too, you know?
落ち込んじゃってる彦星
Mayushi's
さん
gonna take her glum Hiko Boshi
マユシ
and
ー
slap
が
him across the
叩いてきて
across the
あげれ
face,
ば
okay? Please don't.
お願い
Please. I remembered what was in that message. I remembered how she must feel right now. The last remnants of my hesitation slowly melted away.
俺
I
俺一人で
thought I was carrying all the burden
何
myself.
もかも背負ってると
But I was wrong, wasn't I?
勘違いしていたんだ周りのことが
I couldn't see what was right in front of
見
me.
えてなかったんだなマユリだけじゃない
It wasn't just you, Mayuri.
俺の近くには
I had all the rest of the lab with me too.
たくさんのラボメン
おかり
Okay. There's that shot again. I suddenly felt a horrible pain in my leg, as the shock knocked me several meters forward and onto the ground.
おかりおじさん
I'm okay. I looked down at my leg and saw that there was a red stain around the calf. It felt like it was on fire. The pain flared up each time my heart beat, and I couldn't stand. Was I just shot?
お前
You're
かがり
Kagari. A girl in a motorcycle suit was standing there. Kagari had a handgun in her right hand, and in her left she was holding what looked like a bomb. There was no sign of the professor, or the other men in camo. That much was fortunate, but Kagri had shown up a little earlier than I expected. I hadn't quite planned for this, but evidently I'd run out of time. Suzuha, get in the time machine. Go, now! What? I'm sorry for being stupid. Daru's capable of doing whatever it takes to protect you. He's never going to fail. You know that. Uncle Okarin. So the machine will be just fine, right? Of course. In fact, there was no sign of anyone but Kagri showing up. That meant that Daru and Maho's efforts had been successful, and they'd kept the secrets of the time machine out of Stratfor's hands. Mayuri, you too. Hurry. But what about you, Okarin? She was looking at my injured leg and panicking. There's no need to worry about me. I'm not going to die for another 14 years. Kagri fired again. The bullet struck less than 30 centimeters away from where I was lying on the ground. Nobody move, or I'll kill him. Don't get in the time machine. I'm going to give it to the professor. And then I'm going to have him tell me how to use it. And go back to the future. Forget about her. I'll handle this. Just go. You too, Suzuha. You can leave Kagri to me. Got it. Big Sis Mayu, inside. What? Huh? Wait. Suzuha pushed Mayuri inside the time machine and out of my sight. Uncle Okarin, take care of Kagri. Roger. Suzuha followed Mayuri inside. And at the same time, the hatch started to close. I told you not to do that! Come out! Kagri ran up to it. I forced myself to stand up, ignoring the piercing pain, and blocked her away. I won't let you interfere! Shut up! Move! I refuse! Move! Kagri kicked my injured leg, and hard. The pain made me so dizzy I could hardly stand. Kagri slipped past me and tried to grab onto the time machine. She was going to use the bomb in her hand. If she did, things would turn out the same as last time. My time leap would be wasted. Get out, or I'll use this bomb to blow up the machine. Stop! I grabbed her from behind and wrapped my arms under hers. I pulled her away from the machine, ignoring the pain in my leg. Don't you understand? If you do that, your mom's going to die. But I... Just calm down, please. Mayuri tossed a hard drive to me from the almost completely closed hatch. Okarin, here! What fell on the floor was the thing Kurisu had left behind for Maho. This is Kurisu's. How did it get here? I thought Russia had destroyed it. Don't get mad at Dad. I think he's gonna need it for the time machine research. I could just barely hear Suzuha's voice from within the machine. So that was it. Daru had hid it in the time machine. Bye, Ocarine. I'll come back, okay? I could see Mayuri looking at me from the small gap in the door. That's right. This was a temporary goodbye. I'd see her again someday. Right, Mayuri? So I would send off my brave lab member number 2, with my head held high. I'm counting on you, lab member 002. Mayuri Shiina. Execute Operation Aquila. Slap me in the face for being so pathetic. Yep, leave it to me. Ocarine, I love you. Yeah. I smiled as the hatch sealed completely shut. The time machine started to roar. I felt like I heard a helicopter in the distance. I believed in him, but for now, I had no proof that Darrow had been able to crack the complicated Amadeus system and delete every bit of data. It was possible that Special Forces teams from all around the world were converging on Akihabara right now. Imagining that made me want to hurry. Quickly. Go. Quickly. I felt like praying as I watched the pale light surrounding the time machine. Don't go! Mommy! Big Sis Suzuha! Kaguri's cry went unanswered. A bright light covered the time machine, and it vanished from this world. It worked. Kaguri sobbed and glared at me, with eyes full of hate. Why? Why did you let Mommy go? She shook away my hands and pointed the gun at my head. I stared her dead in the face. Your wonderful mommy's gone with Suzuha to go scold a stupid man who ruined the world. She's going to do something very important for the sake of the whole world. You're lying. You're lying. Mommy and Big Sis Suzuha both left me behind. I'm not lying. And I'm about to go make it so that you can meet Mommy in a much happier place. So, let's stop this. Okay? No. I can't believe that. No. I know you'll believe me. Because I know who you really are. And how kind you really are. The gun barrel started to shake a little. You know me? I do. I have time left from 48 hours in the future. Kaguri put her hands to her head, as her body spasmed with pain. I hear the voice of God. No, you don't. It tells me not to believe you. You're a liar and an enemy, it says. It says if I kill you, I can go back to Mommy. It says to kill the bad man who's trying to destroy the world. And then I can go back to my old world. Kaguri wasn't making any sense. Was this brainwashing? Had the professor done something so cruel? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I grabbed the flailing hand that held the gun and looked deep into her eyes. She was crying and scared. Listen, Mommy's not coming back. But if we do our best, we may be able to make a world where you and Mommy can be happy.
君のママは
That's why she traveled through time.
時間そのママの気持ちを
You mustn't waste the chance she gave you.
なしにしちゃダメだ。君は
You can still start over.
今からでもやり直せ。
神様の声に
It's okay to disobey the voice of God.
あ、
Yeah. The voice of God she was hearing was probably the professor's brainwashing. How far it had his claws sunk into her mind, I had no way to tell. But now we had Maho, a specialist in brain science. If we work hard at treatment, I'm sure she'll be okay.
ね
Hey,
え岡部さん
Okabe. Her voice was normal again.
ママに
I want to see Mommy.
会いたいよ会えるかな
Can I?
会えるさ。
You can.
いつか。
Someday.
よかった
I'm glad.
お
There was another sudden gunshot. Kaguri's body collapsed right in front of me. I looked over at where it came from and saw another girl in a black motorcycle suit. She wasn't wearing a helmet, so I could tell it was Moeka Kiryu, pointing a gun at us. Her face was deathly pale, and she was crying.
なん
お
なんで
Why?
なんで
Why are you here?
こんななんでだ
Why?
キリエモ
Moeka Kiryu!
FB ね
FB. Hey, FB.
私
I didn't let that woman trick me. I knew this was a fake phone. So please, don't abandon me, FB. FB.
私を見捨てないで
The cell phone fell from her hands. Another shot from her gun blew it into fragments. I held Kaguri in my arms. Her chest was turning red. Hey,
しっかりしろ
hang in there.
よかった
I'm glad.
神様の言う
Even the
通り
voice of
に
God
しても
wasn't right all the time.
マチチゴ
Oh, hang on, I gotta ban a best viewers comment.
ですよ
Ban you, deny your comment. Okay. This is my punishment.
彼女の心を
I destroyed her
踏み
heart
にじって
and tried to manipulate her.
リオごめんなさい
I'm sorry.
こんな
I
子に
didn't mean to grow up like this.
なるつもりじゃね
Mommy,
えママ
where are you? Where are you? Her voice grew
どこな
thinner.
の
Moeka Kiryu collapsed, some distance away. Her eyes were unfocused, and all she did was mumble. She didn't seem capable of coherent thought. Both of them would be in danger if I didn't get them to a hospital. But... Here they are. Dozens of men in camo jumped over the fence on the roof out of nowhere. What? Even Daru and Maho couldn't succeed in this short a time span. Or was this world line going to converge so that the war started here? No matter what. No, but... Heh. It wasn't a
なん
waste.
かじゃなかったさ。
If nothing else, they'd bought me time. And that had delayed the attack long enough for Suzuha and Mayuri to leave. That's right. In this instant, we'd already won. Need some water. The way forward was still uncertain, but there was no doubt that the path to Steins Gate lay before me.
目標1ロスト。
Target 1, lost. Target 2 and Target 3 lost as well. What's going on? The leader was talking on his radio. I could see attack helicopters in the sky. I heard that siren again.
ゲリラ攻撃情報
This is guerrilla attack information. Repeat. Guerrilla attack information. A guerrilla attack may occur in this area. Please get indoors and obtain further information from radio or television broadcasts. The war was starting. Just as I had thought. Even the time leap couldn't change that. Is that you, Lintalo? Luskin appeared from behind the men in camo. That's right. He was a secret member of Stratfor. Just like them. What are you doing here? Is Kagari dead? Tell me, Lintalo. Where is the time machine? I laid Kagari down on the ground, and slowly rose back up. Blood wouldn't stop coming out of the wound on my leg. The pain was getting worse. But even still, I stood up proud and strong. In front of the men with their guns. In front of the attack helicopter with its rocket launchers. In front of the professor. In front of the war that was about to begin. I laughed as loud as I could in that voice. Listen well, fools! The time machine you sought to attain is gone. It no longer exists in this time. Too bad. Now curse your own incompetence. And tremble in fear. For I, the great Kyoma Hyoen, will never lose to you. I will never lose to fate. I will find the path to Steins Gate. That's right. This was the beginning of the long epigraph necessary to reach Steins Gate. Madness is doing the same thing over and over, and expecting a different result. Einstein had once said that, when he despaired of human folly. But now, I would gladly give myself over to that madness and folly. I would use every bit of dedication and obsession within me to seek the lone different outcome, which the laws of God could not reach. That is my choice. And now we can finally get to the final ending. The true ending. Now that the casual link has been established, allow me to explain the final stage of the plan. The purpose of this plan is to change divergence and reach the unknown world line called Steins Gate. By the way, I'm the one who named it Steins Gate. You of all people know why I named it that, right? Because it sounds cool. Isn't that right? (2025 AD). The Future Gadget Laboratory, aka the Lab. It was also the headquarters of the resistance organization Valkyrie. Once located in a room in a multi-purpose building in Akihabara, it had been moved to a new base after the Third World War. The place was far too filthy to really be called a lab. I don't know about that. But it was, without doubt, the home of the best minds in the world, as they searched for a way to reach Steins Gate. In the center of the room, Rintaro Okabe. Oh, I'm supposed to be reading my normal voice. Rintaro Okabe was delivering a monologue, posing like a stage actor as his white coat flapped. We reached the moment that you're in right now, because we wanted to save Kurisu. All the preparations for my plan are complete. The rest is up to you. The final phase of Operation Scald will now commence. Your mission: change the outcome without changing established events. Kurisu, aka Maho... What? Oh. Kurisu, aka Maho Hyajo, was staring at him, annoyed from a distance away. Kurisu is Maho's codename in Valkyrie. Go back to normal voice. I'm used to him being the narrator. Maho turned towards Itaru Hashida, who was sitting right next to her. Hey, is that really the right way to go about this? Yeah, probably. Itaru was grinning. He was history's greatest super hacker, and he loved Hyoen too much. Isn't Rintaro Okabe going to be embarrassed when he sees that? With everyone else in 2010? Don't worry. Back then, he was even more amazing. Oh, I see. Maho sighed and shook her head. But even as she sighed, inside, she was so sad that she felt her heart was going to burst. She probably wasn't the only one feeling that way. Itaru, Luka Urushibara, and even Rumiho Akiha, it's been a while since I've had to say those names, who was during the filming, all seemed a little sad when they thought about what was to come. Deceive yourself. Deceive the world. That is the choice you must make to reach Steins Gate. And then Okabe walked towards the camera that Rumiho was holding. He had insisted on standing away from the camera, with his back turned, to give it a more atmosphere. So why was he walking towards it now? Maho sighed again. Okabe took the camera from Ferris, and brought the lens up to his face. And then he said the final line. Good luck, mad scientists. L. Psy Kongroo. And then he stopped the recording, and the video message to the past was complete. It had taken 15 years to get to this point. It was such a long time. And at the same time, it had felt so short. Okay, that should do it, Nya. Alright. Now we just send the D-mail back into the past. Lukako, don't screw up the sender or timing, right? Right. We're sending that one to your phone in 2010. And Itaro's video message goes to Suzuha in 2011. Yeah. You've got it. Okabe came over to Maho and the others, his white lab coat flapping as he walked. Good work. The way to Steins Gate is now open. This is all I can do. The rest is up to me in 2010. Yeah. What is it? You look so glum. It's because everyone's so worried. Our first trial of the time machine is going to be a manned experiment. Maho looked up at the huge time machine, unit number FGC-193, behind them. It was almost the same shape as the C204 model that appeared in Akihabara in 2010, but it was still a prototype with many unstable parts.
大丈夫だ。
Don't worry. I trust my talented right hands.
信用してるからな。
It'll be a success.
あなたが死ぬのは
You're gonna die in 2025.
世界線では
In this world line, that's unavoidable.
だからって
But that doesn't mean I want to see you commit suicide.
感心しないわ。
They had this debate 1,000 times before. Maho herself had thought she'd come to terms with it. But at the last minute, she found herself bringing it up again.
確かに。
You're right.
俺はかつて
Susa had told me once that I was going to die in 2025.
あいつの話じゃ
She said I died saving Mayuri from a thug with a knife.
暴漢に刺されるんだったかな。今この場にマユリはいない。
Mayuri's not here right now.
世界線
But the world line always converge.
だから俺は
I was sure I was going to die in 2025.
ずっと思ってきた。けどな。
Okabe flipped his white lab coat up a little too dramatically and put his hand to his chest.
それは
I don't necessarily have to die, do
その
I?
必然とは限らんこの俺が
Vanishing from the year 2025
2025年に
is the same as dying, isn't
世界
it?
線から消え
どういうこと
What do you mean? This theory was new to Maho.
つまり
In other words,
2025年
I don't have to die to leave the year 2025.
というのは記念すべきタイムマシン
I can travel to another part of time and space in our first time machine.
無事に旅
ものすごいポジティブシンキングだ
That's some serious positive thinking.
でも
But as a theory,
仮説として
it works, right?
世界は騙せる
The world can be deceived.
別の世界線
That message from another world line gave me courage.
俺に勇気をこれから俺がやろうと
What I'm about to do is also a trial run for Operation Scold.
そう
Yeah,
確かにそう
you're right. But to Maho and the others, it was all the same. After 2025, Rentaro Okabe would be gone. He would never come back. He wasn't saying it, but he knew it too. He stared at each of his friends for a moment in turn, as if to help him memorize their faces. Most of the founding members of Valkyrie and the former members of the Future Gadget Lab were here to see him go. Itaro Hashida, Rumiho Akiha, aka Ferris Nyan Nyan, Luka Uru Shibara, Mao Hiajo, and standing quietly in the back, Yuki Hashida. A 7-year-old Suzuha Hashida was hiding behind her legs.
みんな
Everyone,
今日まで
thanks for coming this far for someone like
俺の
me.
よくついてきてだが
But the battle against the laws of God continues.
戦いは次は
The next fight
2036
is in 2036.
それまで
Until then,
よろしく頼む
keep it up.
ワルキューレの剣
Good luck, Valkyrie. As she listened to Okabe's final goodbye, Maho tried her best to stop herself from crying. She couldn't cry here. She decided long ago that she'd kept hope in her heart as she watched him go.
よしそろそろ
Alright,
人質を捕まえる
time to go catch my escaped hostage.
鈴葉のこともよろしく
And
ね
take care of Suzuha too.
任せろ
Leave it to me.
こいつに乗せてある
With the Kerr black hole tracer loaded onto this thing,
きっと
I'm sure I'll be just fine. That was a special device that only the C-193 was equipped with. It was capable of tracing the space-time distortion continuity created by a Kerr black hole, anywhere from 70 million years in the past to the future. You could call it a time machine tracker. It had been specially designed to allow them to find another time machine. Of course, they had only one reason for making it. To find Mayuri Shiina and Suzuha Amane, who'd gone beyond the space-time horizon, or Tanabata, in 2011. They'd guessed that when the battery on the C-204 failed, it had lost the ability to properly time travel. So after finding them with the C-193, Okabe would give them a spare battery and send them back to this time. If possible, he'd go too. If they could do that, this mission would be 100% complete. By doing that, with this prototype time machine would be extremely difficult. Okabe had to have known that. Perhaps he was thinking of sacrificing himself to send Mayuri and Suzuha back to this time.
じゃあ
Alright, I'm off.
おう
See you.
待ってください
Kaguri? Wait! Wait! The lost member of the Future Gadget Lab, Kaguri Shiina, came running onto the floor.
かがり姿が見えないと思ったら
Kaguri,
どこ
I
へ行
wondered
って
why you weren't here. Where have you been?
ごめんなさい
Sorry, I went to get this. Is it the Upa?
オカリンさん持っていてください
Okarin, take this. For good luck. Kaguri handed him a faded green Upa keychain.
いいのか
You sure? This is important to you, isn't it?
はいだからこそです
Yes. That's why I'm giving it to you.
返してください
Make sure you give it back.
ママと一緒に
And bring Mommy back too. Got it.
分かった
I'll bring it back. I
必ず返
promise.
すよ必ずな
Okabe took the keychain and gave everyone one final firm handshake. Finally, he came to Maho.
元気で
Stay safe.
君もなクリス
You too. Kurisu.
いや
No.
魔法
Maho. Hey.
ね
Yeah?
えシュタインズゲートは
Do you think Steins Gate really
実在
exists?
すると思うまゆりさんが死ぬことなく
Do you really think there's a world between, where both Mayuri and Kurisu survive?
そんな狭間の世界線
It
が
was the first time she'd asked that in 14 years, since the battle began on that year's Tanabata.
あるさ絶対に
It does. I know it. Runtaro Okabe, Hyoma Hyoen, answered her with a smile. But his smile seemed so sad that Maho couldn't help but cry.
泣くなよ
Don't cry.
泣いてないわよ
I'm not crying. Maho gave him a hug and swore to herself that she'd never forget his warmth and conviction.
いってらっしゃい
Goodbye. Okabe nodded a little. Okay,
全員揃え
everyone, step back.
これより
We will now begin the
開
operation,
始する
and the name of this operation shall be
オペレーションアルタイ
Operation Altair. He shouted as if trying to raise his own spirits, not just everyone else's. And then he entered the cockpit of the FGC-193 time machine. Maho and the others quickly began the countdown sequence to start the time machine. Since this was a trial run, they needed to record all the data they could get. A low roar enveloped the whole machine. The vibration and noise were so loud that the building shook a little. But as far as Maho could tell, the data was normal. The thick hatch of the time machine was slowly closing. Then there was the sharp sound of it sealing tight, cutting Okabe off from the rest of them, forever.
うまくいくわよね
It's going to work, right?
大丈夫
Don't worry, Kyoma will do just fine, yeah?
その通りです。
That's right.
不可能を可能に
He's the man
す
who
る
makes
人
the
ですから。
impossible possible.
ああ
Yeah,
それでこそ
that's our
僕た
Ocarine.
ちのオカリンなわけでね。
オカリンさん。
Already on. A rainbow-colored fog started to rise up around the machine. The sound of the engine grew so loud that it threatened to blow out their eardrums, and no one could hear a thing.
オカリン
Itaro screamed, unable to hold back any longer.
お前の死が確定してると
It doesn't matter if you're supposed to die.
そんなことどうでもいい
Come back here anyway.
やっぱ
みんなずっと待ってるから。
Everyone will be waiting.
私も。
I'll be waiting too. So make sure you come back.
来なさい。
As I screamed, the machine started to fade away. And then, just as he'd promised on that distant day, he followed the two Orihimes. With a blinding flash of light, the time machine took off from the year 2025, heading for a time far away, and disappeared. The universe has a beginning, but no end. Infinity. Stars too have their own beginnings, but their own power results in their destruction. Finite. It is those who possess wisdom who are the greatest fools. History has shown us this. The fish in the sea know not of the land. If they had wisdom, they too would be destroyed. And it is more absurd for man to travel faster than light than it is for fish to walk on land. This is the story of those who fought against God's final ultimatum. This is the epigraph of their obsession. Well, that sounds haunting. Steins Gate. And that's it. I could have finished that at the end of the last stream for sure. I still would have had to take like 40 minutes of speeding through all the Vega stuff to get to this point. And I did not have another 40 minutes. I had another 20 minutes. I did not have another hour and a half. My thoughts on this game? Definitely as good as the first one. And I definitely did enjoy the new characters. I did like Maho a lot. And honestly, stuff did get as crazy as the first one did. It was interesting to also see in the first one we obviously had a ton of just Kyoma, right? Well, any Rintaro we got was just kind of bits in his head. But here, we just got a lot of actual Rintaro. To see what he is just being normal. So that was definitely very interesting. Now, go to the world that is still unseen. Hey, I got the achievements. Oh, I finally got the ignored message one. I'm pretty sure when it says now go to the world unseen, that just means like story-wise and not something I can actually do. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I went to that one. That was not the one I wanted to go to. But we got them all. 100%. Took us 57 hours and 38 minutes. Basically 57 hours and 30 minutes. I've only looked at 4 of the tips. I need to look at all those for the achievement. I'll do that later. But that's the end of the Steins Gate stream, which I will end for YouTube. Not for Twitch. I don't have to end it for Twitch, but for YouTube I do have to stop this stream. And then I will immediately start the next one for Raging Loop. So for those on YouTube, I will be back with the next stream immediately. I just need to stop this one, type in the description and title that I need for the next stream, and I will be back up soon. So thank you, and I will see you in a bit. Goodbye, everyone on YouTube, for a short little bit.